with 80/20 CRM. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to talk about opportunity teams in the 80/20 CRM platform on Salesforce. Now, what is an opportunity team? Whenever a lead is converted, it creates an opportunity, and if you're working in teams, which we always enable, it allows you to have multiple people gain access to that opportunity. Now, if your opportunities are private, only those on the team and their managers and above and admins have access to that opportunity. That way you don't run the risk of someone else working it or maybe stealing it. Hopefully that's never the case, but you can keep some privacy protection to those opportunities. You can also make sure you've got the right people seeing the right data. So it's not, mucking up their list views too much and they're working what they need to. They can keep what's pertinent in front of them. So that's what we're going to review today, those opportunity teams. Let me just show you. Now, if you're in an opportunity, I'm going to show you just an example here. We'll go to Phyllis's record as an example. If I go into Phyllis's opportunity record, this was converted. Phyllis wants to sell a home in Tonopah, in Arizona. We've got some details here. Looks like this one's closed 1, which is great. You'll notice this team tab here, and we deploy this by default. And you'll see opportunity team. That opportunity team allows you to add the transaction coordinator, the disposition agent, acquisition agent, or maybe on the retail side, you're going to add a broker, a listing agent, maybe a co-listing agent, anyone on that team. And it's important that they gain access because if your opportunities are private, they won't be able to make edits. They may be able to see it, but they won't be able to make edits to the record and things just won't work the way they need to. So a couple of things here. I can add what's called a default team. And what that will do is it will look at the owner of this record, which in this case is Alex Zoller, and it will look at Alex's default team, which is set up on his user, which we'll go into, and it will add all those members to the record. Or I can add team members directly. So I could say, hey, you know what? We need to add a quality assurance agent to this. And we're gonna put Chris into that role. Now I'll show you what happens when I do this. And Chris, we want to give him read-write access as quality assurance. Now you'll notice before we already had Chris in here. You can barely see it, but he was already in here. His role just changed. So something to keep in mind. With opportunity teams, a single person can only have one role. I highly disagree with that. There's always multiple hats that you wear, but nevertheless, that is Salesforce design. You can only have one role in there. So we want to make sure you put Chris's role as his primary role. So is it more so lead manager, which is what it was, or is it quality assurance? We'll just put this one back. And the access that you want to grant them, okay? So that's a quick little bit about those. And you can remove team members. Now the nice thing is, the way we have built 80/20 CRM, as you're working through the system normally, a lead gets converted. Whoever converted the lead or the lead owner gets added as the lead manager on the opportunity team. When they set an appointment, if they assign it to someone, they're going to get added as the acquisition agent or the real estate agent, depending on the record type, right? So we're automatically adding these team members for you as they get added to the record. If you add a transaction coordinator or a disposition agent on the form, just in your normal, day-to-day operations in the record, we're going to add that person to the team for you. So as you add them, we'll try and automate that. And the vice versa is also true, right? So if I add a transaction coordinator here, it's going to add that person to the record as well. And let's show it as an example. If I'm in underwriting here, I've got Alex the dispo agent. If I change that, you'll see it change here as well. All right, so that's just a little bit on the front end of opportunity teams. I can click into that and see them a little bit differently if I want to. It's just a bigger view. Let's go into the setup of opportunity teams. So from the gear icon, if you're an admin, you should have access to this. Go to setup. And this has to be done. There's 2 things that need to be done. One is team roles. Right, so you're gonna have team roles here. We've already delivered team roles. If you want to swap them out, you can. But those team roles are going to have things like disposition agent, lead manager, maybe a sales manager or project manager if you're doing some construction, You can add any of them that you'd like to there. These ones we do use throughout the system, and we do tag them and look for them in automation, so good to keep them if you can. Will make things run a little bit smoother, but we understand that everyone's platform is a little different. So go into a user. I'm going to go into Chris here, and you can add a default opportunity team. So let me add that default team member here, and I can automatically add this team to all the opportunities that Chris owns. Right? I'm going to update open opportunities here, and I'm going to automatically add them to any new opportunities as well. So new and existing. So I'm going to just say I'm going to make Alex Zoller. He's going to have read-write access, and he's going to be the transaction coordinator on every one. And then let's see who else we've got here. Oh, let's throw this integration user. You won't use that, but just as an example. Let's make them the disposition agent on every one. Okay, so now every opportunity that if I'm a lead manager that I create, or that gets created with Chris Young as the owner, all of those members are going to get added by default. Okay, so that's opportunity teams. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions on these, please feel free to reach out. You can also submit a support ticket here and just say, hey, I have questions. I need information. We're continuing to build the portal. We'll release that as it's available. And this is 80/20 CRM. Talk to you soon. Thank you.